Seattle, this was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks to match up with the Denver Broncos. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Spencer. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You're over here, you're over here. Here we go.
Hey, Charlie! Got him.
Here's Flacco. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Double tight, guys, double tight. On, far down, far. Hey! He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Rotate. Check.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Silver.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Go.
Blow, let it blow.
Hey, 0-0. Bravo. Let's go.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, that's caught by Hollister. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Bravo. Gun.
Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Flacco. He'll get this one to Patrick. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Yellow! Hey! Wahoo! Gun!
From the gun, Flacco. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. On second down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, Freeman. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
elbowing this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check. 3 down.
To throw is Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Wait. Ready. Hey, Monday.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 3.
Hey, Monday. Hey, Delta.
Mike's empty, Mike.
Hey,
Flacco from the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
You don't want it.
One flip. 12.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go. Trot. Man up, deep.
Now it's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league. Somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
For the Seahawk field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
80. Hey, orbit. Gun.
To pass, Flacco. Throw left side complete. It's Spencer. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Flacco now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Mike's 50.
Hey, Haywood. Gun.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Here we go, G.
Flacco looks to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. In their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On first down, Procise. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Touch 50, touch 50.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
25.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Foxtrot. Gun.
Flacco from midfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, high 7.
Check nickel.
Gun.
Once more, it's Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Got it.
So we got man. 43 is the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Flacco. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, alert. Hayward. 23 in the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh. Good guys, 4 down. That's me. Front it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Myers able to knock it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Passing play. Flacco. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Spencer. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson buying time to his left. That's caught by Hollister. That one good for 26 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Check, 43.
Good, guys. 4 down, 4 down.
Look at the ball. Bang, 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 bang.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
I'll go special. Gun.
It's our field. That's it. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Quarterback, don't get...
Move the team.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
4 down.
He's back to throw. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Set the tone, defense.
36 power.
Defense, let's go.
Got it.
Slam.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
One flip.
12. 43. Check. 43. Echo. 43 is the mic.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
0.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Deeper.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field.
Yellow!
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something